by the way, and hit the one directly. Well, good luck to you if you want to play that one.
We have a message in from Sucre Black 8
The same two.
asking who is commentating. Well, you're blessed with Aya and myself, Gethin, from OrangeForks.
And our cameraman Jimmy Vorung.
Thank you
Wow.
thank you for joining
Well,
us.
I like that attempt. Yeah, Jimmy's applauding that, and I can. Well, that was a fantastic effort. Very nice attempt.
Always a tough shot getting out of that.
Yep. See Filler not removing the magic rack as well.
And brushes the edge of it just to
now
make his point.
he is alongside Stefan Cohen. Using the what is it? Revo shaft. Yeah, exactly. So it's carbon fiber, isn't it? Yep.
Technology.
Yep. You won't need a glove necessarily. Yeah. Yeah, Stefan as well. Stefan Cohen also breaks with the Revo shaft. Perfectly on the 4.
Needing the extension for that, pose no problem.
Yep. Maybe roll it one ball further to take the 5. Oh, he's gone for the middle. Yep. You could manufacture that angle.
Probably didn't want to be that close to the cushion.
Yeah, but it's a simple roll-in.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen this guy make the hardest shot look so easy, so I wouldn't be expecting this to go wrong. Options can come off the rail or draw it straight back. He's coming off the rail. Not ideal, but still not in problem.
Got into it. Needs to get into this.
Nice to see that we've got so many spectators watching through our YouTube channel, over 310 and towards the 100 in the Facebook.
Cool.
So over 400 viewers, and I can imagine, I mean, we've had so many questions about Joshua Filler ever since the start of this main event day. So yeah, you're watching a very entertaining match between two very good players.
And the first frame going against break. We'll see how important that proves as this game transpires. Breaking from the left.
He tried to squat that one. Did you see? Oh no, it's cue ball, I mean. He tried to make that cue ball jump, but
both players
no rewards.
Seeming to not have the success that they're looking for off the break. Giving the opponent a chance, and more so proving that the alternate break is giving us for a good spectating a spectacle, rather. Overran it, but back into position, I believe. He's doesn't seem to have a clear path for the 3. It'll be interesting to see how he navigates this one. Elected to play down. Does this mean he favours the bank? He certainly doesn't.
Wow.
He elects to go for a safety and
He let a good chance slip there.
plays it poorly,
Yeah.
which is rare from Ivar. So being blessed by the barman in the commentary booth, always a welcome sight. And Filler also coming up short on the safety battle. Nice to see a good conversation about cues going on in the chat room. Ivar Saris keeping a good cue ball and putting some good distance between that and the 3.
For all our, sorry, in between, for all our viewers right now who are listening, if you're got the chat off, switch it on just for a quick second, because we'll put on the Q Score link where you can follow all the matches live. I will mention it once again. This year we're playing with the tablet system, so every single match that is now playing is live updated. So every time a player puts on another rack on the score through the tablet, it will divert directly into the website of QScore, so you can see and you can follow all the matches live there. And currently in the losers qualification, Nick van den Berg off to a great start, 4-0 against Stefan Cohen. Tom Stavely is 1-0 up against Tim de Ruiter. Fransisco Sanchez Ruiz still waiting for a table to play Jakub Koniar. Remember, both these players I mentioned as one of the favorites to take this trophy, so that's going to be a very interesting match. Perhaps they're waiting for the TV table, who knows.
And one of the comments by a member of the chat room, Olivier, you were right. Filler did fluke an extremely good safety and is taking advantage of it. However, I would say, aside of that shot, Filler played a lovely shot before that to open up the 9, and I believe the 6. But unfortunately, yes, it was the 6. And is leaving himself a fairly straightforward run out. Exactly, Chris, yeah. He did break them apart very well. Needed to, and did it at his first opportunity from the ball in hand.
Cliff Kostelein in the background, Belgian player who is already in the quarterfinal. He was the winner of the match involved with Ivar Saris, so if he would have lost now he would be playing on that table, so he can relax now for a bit. So every credit to Cliff, Ralph Souquet, and the 2 Polish players, Viktor Zielinski also into quarterfinal, the previous match against Nick, and Wojciech Sevcek also in a quarterfinal. So good proceedings for the Polish players.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a message in from pro9.co.uk wanting, wishing the best for Tom Stavely. He's having a great show for the Brits.
Yeah.
With also Barry French making a great show today. Unfortunately, not making it this far. There's been
Finally, sorry.
a few good Brits here representing.
James Odom asking, you can't win on a combo, not in 10 ball. Thanks, QWiz. Please explain, so I don't have to. Yeah, finally he gets rewarded. He gets rewarded, Ivar, I should say, because twice he's broken, and he's broken really hard and
Yeah.
widespread, but nothing in. But this time, 2 balls do drop, and he's got position on the 1.
Nicely navigated.
Yeah,
Good cue ball speed.
needed to avoid the contact with 2, so done well there. Of course, we are also rooting for the 3 Dutch players still left in the losers qualification, so we could have 3 Dutch players in the quarterfinals, which would be, well,
That'd be awesome.
very awesome for a Dutch pool.
Ivar Saris. Opening up this frame nicely. Had to play the last shot very delicately to hold for the 4. But composing himself very well. So even not needing to do too much here. Making it look easy is the hardest thing to do. Keeping it tight and solid, as you'd expect when we get to this stage of the competition. But the TV table is a little bit of a different cookie. Taking his time.
Yeah, but I won't expect him to miss this 10.
No. And as you were starting off by saying, the first real break he was able to reap a reward from, and he took full advantage of it.
Good
Taking the
question.
game,
Good question by Alex Leppens.
giving
No.
him a welcome
Who
frame.
didn't try to qualify, and the reason behind it, I don't know. He doesn't play as often these days as back then when he was winning trophies, so that could play a part. Joshua also breaking from the left side.
Still looking for the break to start working, and unfortunately scratching, giving
Well.
Ivar a real chance to get
That last
this
roll
match back
with
to
the
all square.
9
Yeah,
made the world of a difference there. I mean, this table looks, and still it looks pretty decent, but that 6 has now been,
yeah.
now is a,
It's put a lot more pressure on the 5 to 6.
yep. He could even dislodge after 1, you know, come off 2 rails, pot it into the right top corner where his cue ball is closest to. No. So if he wants to, he can run into the 6 and a 9 off 2 rails and still have a shot at the 2, but he's not even contemplating that shot. Or perhaps he is, but then it is a run through. Now he is opting that other shot. Perhaps he is trying, I'm not sure.
He's following through. Likes to keep us guessing. Does he, for Saris?
Didn't see the value in that risk.
No,
So
elected not to. Must fancy the 6 in the middle. With a nice touch of finesse. Just taking the extension on his cue.
that's a good shot. Nice angle on the 4.
Yeah, he does play these delicate shots very well.
I'll tell you what though, roughly where his cue ball is now, it's ideal on the 5 to dislodge the 6 and the 9, or if he wants to play position for the 6 in the right center pocket,
Is he going to hit it now?
whatever
No.
he decides after this shot. Needs to execute this well though. I don't think he's got the angle. Nope.
Could have rolled one more roll, and I think he would have been sitting pretty. However, now he puts an extra degree of difficulty into this.
He might have to take his medicine and play
A safety after.
safety. Yeah.
Mm.
Hide his cue ball behind the 9, send the 6 all across the table.
Certainly wiser than forcing this, but I don't know. Lots of top left.
Yeah, it's worth a go. I mean, he gets the contact, but
Yeah, unfortunately not the reward.
no, but it's an easy tuck up behind the 8. So,
Nope. 10 out of 10 though for effort.
but yeah, the most important part here is gets as close as possible behind the 8.
Which he's not done completely.
Let's put it this way: he left a few more outs than
Yeah.
he wanted.
He's certainly eliminated all the one cushion outs. I say that now,
In
and
your
he'll
screen
make
you
it
see
with
Tim
one
de
cushion.
Tim de Ruyter currently
It's not safe to say anything in this commentary
is
booth
playing
with
Tom
these two
Staveley,
players.
1-all in that match. Nick is raced into a 5-1 lead, so that's good proceedings for Nick and all his fans. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for Joshua.
Nope. Got out of it well.
Yeah.
Good crowd, as you'll see on the camera, on the screen at homes, watching.
Yeah, every credit to them all day. Ever since the first match, they were these seats were full and filled. So yeah, Sandappen is he's a former European champion at the youth, so he is definitely a keen player. But Ivar has been out of the selection for a couple of years because he was focusing on getting a career in studying. So he's just got back into the pool game for perhaps at his best 1 year, and he has remained playing team competition at the highest level in Holland, but Premier League I should say. So he's not been completely away, but he hasn't put pool on number 1 for several years, and now he's fully focused and trying to pursue his professional career. And he's had some long travels towards Chinese Taipei, Vietnam, and different places to spar with some of the greatest players around. So he's fully dedicated now.
Ivar Saris played a great 8 to get shape back onto the 9 after overrunning slightly on his position.
More or less a similar shot than last, and he potted.
And we have 3-3, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this match is going at a very smooth pace, so let's hope it remains like that.
If we're in for another hill thriller like the last game we were fortunate to commentate on, then this is going to be a corker.
I can see Jakub Koniar against Fransisco Sanchez Ruiz also have started their match on table 27. That is a cracking match as well. I've tipped both of them as one of the favorites to nick this tournament, so it's going to be interesting to see whoever wins this and how far they can get in this tournament, so I'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. Meanwhile, Stefan Cohen has nicked one rack back, is now trailing 2-5, 2-5, and Tim de Ruyter, Tom Stavely still locked at 1-all.
Interesting. Very interesting day here at the Thurston Pool and Snooker Centre.
Ivar now moving more towards the center of the table instead of the left side, so he is adjusting his break and he is looking for the perfect break, which I like.
Good cue ball.
And yes, he's got a shot at the one. Yeah, but I think he deserves it. I mean, he's been breaking really consistently in this match, and he's getting so many bad luck from the table.
And he's got his teeth back into it at 3-all.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing to see for him. Like, he's really breaking good, and he's not getting fully rewarded for it just yet.
And Filler hasn't got his break working yet, so...
Yeah. And the last thing I would say to Mr. Sandappen, Ivar Saris is currently our 8-ball men's division national champion, where he beat Niels Vayen in a cracking match, and also runner-up at the 10-ball, where he lost to Niels Vayen. So there, Niels Vayen got his revenge. So he can definitely play, as you can see.
Doesn't look like he can see enough of this to pot it.
The funny thing with Joshua Filler, always when I watch him play, he only observes his opponent body language. Look at him. He's constantly watching him. He's not even looking at the table. All he's keeping an eye on is his body language.
It's interesting, huh?
Yeah, he's always been like this. Every single time I've seen him play, he's always keeping an eye on his opponent, trying to look for some sort of weakness or anything he can feed off from. Because, you know, he's a predator. I mean, when he sees a shot, he just goes for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold back.
Yeah. Ivar believed he could...
Jumps out of his seat.
He could have a crack at that one. Finding out the hard way that it wasn't on that. Maybe he was trying to jump over the edge. I don't actually know.
Interesting point by QWiz Chris, pointing out the fact that
hot off the press,
Efren Reyes, who is widely considered as the GOAT, greatest of all time, was doing a kind of a farewell tour in Germany in January 2018. So thank you for providing that information. So for anyone who is interested to seeing the magician at work, don't hesitate.
It was great having him at the Hangalar a few years back.
Yeah, he's such an entertainer.
Yeah,
and
he likes his chesses too, as well.
And most of the Filipino players, I should say, they bring such a positive, friendly vibe. That's for me the most important thing. Kind of similar like Paul Hunter, who sadly passed away several years ago. I mean, he was well known for his good vibes and his sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And I like that.
A natural gift.
Yeah, and I like that.
Wow. He was a natural gift. Philip making light work of this.
That's what he does.
In his
that's his
normal style.
This is literally how he works.
Probably didn't want to finish where he's finished. He's going to ask a little bit more of what he wants.
Easy shot, get in. I'm guessing you haven't seen Joshua play too often. It's easy shot. I've seen him make difficult shots more.
So leaving himself with an Ivar Saris finish.
Ivar Saris finish. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Gets his neck back out in the lead at 4-3.
Good match this.
Yeah.
It's been quick fire stuff, basically right from the get-go. So
Hope you're enjoying it all at home as well. A bit. Sorted. Stream. While we have your attention, we would really appreciate, while the applause dies down, if you would take the time to like and share the stream. We really depend upon your support. And take the time to go to our Facebook site as well, please. And leave your kind messages there as well. Thank you so much. Filler has a break that works. Which for him I'm sure is a welcome sight. Going to need to be a bit more precise with the cue ball than what he was in the last frame to take advantage of the 5 here.
yeah, we appreciate the love, and by love I mean the emoji where you can leave instead of likes. Cheers, Mr. Pro9.co.uk. Dave Knight. Nobody's incognito when Jimmy's around.
Ah,
so,
Dave.
nice.
First break that
It's great
Josh
to
has really
watch.
got to work.
When he's in full flow, he's just great to watch.
Yeah.
And so easy to commentate on, in all honesty, because
He's done it again, has he? No, he's just off straight. Making it look rather casual.
where is his fiancée, Pia Blazer? She should be somewhere. Oh,
Playing?
she's currently playing the ladies' side. Yeah, she's playing at the other side. She's playing Melissa Rademakers, one of the 2 sisters who've been dominating ladies' pool for how many years? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Consistent. Very
Yeah.
consistent
she
girls at every tournament.
yeah, she surely has an eye on her future to be husband.
Played in the Junior Mosconi Cup, is that correct?
Filler?
One of the sisters? Diana. Yeah, I remember reading. Another successful trip.
Definitely. If you can see the YouTube channel in your
Apologies
screen.
to our American viewers for bringing that up. However, we're very proud of our Mosconi teams, both junior and senior.
Again, he's shifted towards the right side of
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
Ivar. Ooh.
And got into it. Maybe showing a little sign of frustration with that.
Well, no, I don't think frustration. He's just trying to create something. And the problem with when playing against someone like Jason Shaw or Joshua Filler, you see the scoreboard change so quickly.
Yep.
It just gets to you. You know what I mean? Within a couple of minutes, you're facing a 5-3, and you're thinking, "What have I done wrong? Nothing."
No.
And all of a sudden, I'm 5-3 behind, looking like 6-3.
Filler
within
gets
minutes.
Filler gets a welcome kiss on the 8 to still hold that shot possible.
Still not removing the magic rack.
Can't afford to be too relaxed. However, who am I to say when this young fella can pot pretty much anything? Holding it nicely for the 7.
That's absolutely perfect on the 7. You
Opens
know
it
that
up
positional shot was
perfectly.
pivotal. I mean, it looks so easy, and it is. But trust me, he was absolutely spot on the 7 to get really close and comfortable on that 8. I think he's gonna cross the table. Meanwhile, René van Lier has
What
walked
magic
in,
rack.
owner of Capelle,
And just like that,
a true pool fan. So big warm welcome to
the 3
the local
apiece
players.
score that Ivar had worked hard to get to has just evaporated like that.
Let's give you a quick
Into
update on the other scores and the matches that's ongoing. So Nick van den Berg 6-2 up against Stefan Cohen. Jakob Konjar locked at 1-1 against Fransisco Sanchez Ruiz, and Tim de Ruyter has taken the lead 3-1 now against Tom Stavely. So, and the quarterfinals already awaiting Viktor Zielinski, very talented youth player from Poland, Cliff Kastelein, the Belgian player with the Bugatti Q action, as I call it, and Ralph Souquet doing good business for his European team chances, and also Wojciech Sevcek is in the quarterfinal draw.
Now, I don't know if Filler called the middle pocket there, but it looked as if he was playing that as a shot with an element of safety in mind. However, he's left Ivar Saris with a clean pot available on. Cue ball control could be to the gods.
I'll tell you something.
But if he can contact maybe into the 5,
Tell you something interesting.
he would be sitting pretty.
Ultimately, that relax. He's constantly looking over his shoulder to see whether his fiance is doing well. Yeah, it's a great position to be in. 6-3 up in a matter of minutes. So,
Yeah,
all credit to Joshua, who is a hot prospect for Team Europe, to say the least, if not for pool in general. I'm a bit surprised he went that way. I thought he was gonna stun over the other side.
thank you, Chris. I'm glad you mentioned he called it. I didn't catch that. Okay, first shot with the rest for Saris in this match. Not a straightforward pot. However, he's finished 2 frames with a 10 ball from similar positions, without using the rest, of course.
Yeah, it's not that hard when you're a fellow countryman, but I dare you to pronounce some of the Chinese names. That's how it feels for us.
Played it well. Played it well. So Ivar Saris holding his composure.
He's needs to make a decision here. Will he go in between the 10 and the 5, or
And come
go
on the
around
back.
the 7 and
Mhm.
10 off 2 rails? Apparently someone made a great jump shot.
Got into it, comes down.
Thank you, Chris, for backing us up.
The 10, contact with the 10, has left him a small angle on
it's
this 5
perfect.
to work with.
As long
Push
as
it round,
he
2
doesn't go
cushions.
nowhere near the middle pocket, he should be fine. And look where his cue ball is going. Well, he played it at the right pace.
You jinxed it with the commentators, Chris.
Wojciech, is it? Oh, it's Wojciech. Wojciech Szewczak.
Wojciech. Thank you very much.
Or should I say Woj plus check?
We could do with your help in the future, I'm sure. Witold.
Oh, now you put yourself in the spot of Baron now, because now you gotta pronounce his name as well.
absolutely crucifying
You
his
can't
name,
win.
so I
You
do
can't win this
apologise
battle. You can't. Just leave it there.
if I've axed it.
Round the houses.
Yep.
1, 2. Oh, that looks way too short. Wow. I'm really surprised by that decision. Yeah, I thought around the houses. That looked
I
certainty
think he
to
was
me.
hoping for that more. But
I wouldn't be wanting to
Oh,
take
yeah?
that shot on. I mean, it's no problem, but he played it the right way because he made sure he hit the
Yep.
furthest jaw. That way, you're almost guaranteed.
keeps you honest.
Yep.
We have it back to
So
6-4.
300 on Facebook, 300 on YouTube. Keep sharing the stream on Facebook, please, and also on YouTube.
Yep.
And subscribing on YouTube. Shortly, we will put on the YouTube channel link on your screens. A very important rack coming up for Ivar here. Well, in fairness, every single rack, because he is with his back against the wall.
Let's see if he can keep the cue ball on the table and get this break working. I'm sure he's keen for that, as we all are.
Ooh, once again, his cue ball is very close. This time, happy days.
This could work.
He's got one tough shot here.
He
2 to 4.
flirted with the middle pocket and the cue ball, however, comes through that.
It's all about the 2 and the 4. If he can get a good position on the 4, I can't see where the problem or where the next miss will come from.
Oh, the commentator's curse is
Yeah,
creeping
well,
up upon us.
no, he's fully focused. So thank you, ET4564. It's nice to see that over 600 people are watching this free stream. Has to be said. So it's all about love and passion for this game, and I think Pool deserves a lot more credit than it receives already. So, because that's the one thing I'm still puzzled by. I mean, if you look at how many money is there to be won in snooker, and you compare that in pool, where pool the competition is ruthless. Honestly, like there are any tournament you go with decent players, you have at least like how much? At least over 100 players that could win the trophy.
Yeah.
And what are they fighting for? Maybe 4,000. The highest paycheck 60,000. That's nothing.
Respect is what they're fighting for.
Yeah, of course. But I mean,
Top dog.
if you win the world championships in snooker, you've won more than 300 grand. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if you win the world championship pool, which is on itself mission impossible,
No.
you win perhaps 50,000.
I take my hat off to all of the professional players who are able to make it and sustain it. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication from them and their families. You see that here at all the tournaments. Coming for the 4 days with the whole family, with the whole support. It's great. And it's not easy.
Yeah, he's trying to go forward, but I think that's a little bit cautious, that shot. Well, he is still going for it, so a little bit inside. 40,000, yeah. So that's nothing. Ooh.
Q Wiz Chris. I'm going to blame that one on you.
Nah, he he didn't make his mind up. That's why he rushed the shot.
Okay.
And that's played to perfection.
That's all Filler needs, though.
Nah, it's well a little bit too hard, but not a problem here. Just get enough draw on this cue ball, and it should be. Yeah, that's. Yeah, it was a great positional shot he played. Unfortunately, on that one particular shot, he didn't really make his mind up, and that's.
successful Nick Vanderberg is blessed us at the commentary booth with some box, showing us his uppercut and his left hook. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Big hand for number 9, Stefan Cohen. Yeah, you can hear it. A big round of applause for Stefan Cohen. I had the pleasure to play against him in the qualifiers, and he played absolutely flawless against me. Every visit he break and run, and every chance he got, he took. And I have to say,
he just destroyed Mark Beisterbosch
as
as
well.
well.
I have to say that's the best performance I've had against me in a long, long time. The only performance that would top it, it was Niels Vayen in the 8-ball. So we're done with this match. Your Dutch favorite, German favorite.
That's how Filler does it.
Has just finished this off.
Blink
Thank
and
you
you miss
for
it.
watching, and we will be back with you shortly.
And thanks again for all the likes
And
and
keep
shares.
on.
Much
Yeah,
appreciated,
thank you.
guys.